Hey,
Hello. I've got no visual.
oh, I've got a visual. We're live and we're here and we're looking great.
Oh, it's just appeared. My screen was blank. I was like, I can see it on the iPad. Just can't see it live, which is worrying. But that's all good, at least. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
I was doing my usual. There's always something I forget, and I remember as soon as the countdown starts. And this time it was to light an incense stick.
Oh, yeah, I've not done that either.
We could have done it together.
I'm gonna have Nag Champa. What you got?
I just got this Bible
Oh,
Soul
yeah. Oh, which one is that?
tarot reading.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Gosh, I've never even heard of that.
yeah. I don't know what I don't know what the actual scent is. It's nice.
Tarot reading.
Smells lovely.
Wow. I often buy the Tribal Soul ones or Native Spirit, kind of like the same
Right.
company, aren't they? But I've not seen a tarot reading one.
Yeah, it's actually quite, and it's not too smoky either. Sandy hates incense, so he does. It gives him a sore head, and my dogs bark at the smoke. You know, when the smoke makes shapes in the air. Um, but this one's actually pretty decent.
Excellent. So we're
Yep,
both sorted now on the incense front.
we
Let's
are. We're
do,
both smelling beautiful.
let's do some hellos. So Caroline, first one in. Nice to see you. Followed by Marilyn, and then our Sandra. Hi, Sandra. We've got Golden and Giselle Madwich. Hello, lovely to see you. We have Patsy. Hi, Patsy. And Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Saskia. Robin's here. Hello, Robin. Um, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Um, Chris. Hello, Chris. Cedar in the City. Elspeth. Roots and Wings. Hello, Ange. We have Lily Rose. And who else do we have? Nordic Taronika. Nice to see you. Anna. Hello, Anna. Nothing so strange. Trisha's here. Anna May Reed. Saab. Kathy's here. Hello, Kathy. Charmed viewer. We also have Raven Morning Glory. And I think I've caught up with everybody.
Lovely. Hi
So
everyone.
lovely to see everybody. Hope everybody had a nice Yule stroke Christmas. How was yours, Chris?
Yeah, it was really good. Thank you.
Was it?
Just I had a really nice time. I was working up until 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve. Um, so working right up until the end, but it's just nice to be off work. And what's also nice is to be off work and not be unwell. Usually, as soon as I stop, I don't know if you do the same, if your body does the same thing, Simon. But usually, as soon as I stop, my body's like, right, let's throw this virus at you. Let's have that wrong with you.
Yeah.
But I've actually been fine this time around.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, I usually experience that, but my worry now because I've been off over 2 weeks, so like 2.5 weeks. It's the longest holiday I've ever taken off work. I've got 3.5 weeks off. But because I didn't relax, I broke up on the Thursday, and then the next day was flying to New York and everything like that. And then that was full on. And then
Yeah.
we've had Christmas. It's now, and I went to both sisters, but I went to the first sister on Christmas Eve, and she was so poorly all over Christmas. She'd got
Oh no.
proper flu. We had to cancel all the plans of going to see my niece in the afternoon and all that sort of stuff. And she was coughing and spluttering. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to come down with something now. But touch wood, so far, apart from a sniffly nose, which I think I always have during the winter anyway. Um, I know it's still early days, but I'm hoping that I'll be all right. I've had my flu jab. Had my flu jab about in the October time when I had the COVID jab, so should be
Right.
okay. But there's loads of flu going around, isn't there?
Everybody that I speak to seems to be coming down with something.
Yeah.
Like everyone seems really choked up with the cold or feeling really fluish. So they can all just keep back. Thanks very much. Oh, I'm hearing myself.
Yeah. Where are you coming through?
It sounds like it's on your side.
Why would? Hold on a minute.
It's so strange. But it must be the YouTube video playing somewhere. I'm going to have a look at the chat. Cheryl, hi Cheryl. Hey everyone, hope you had a wonderful Christmas.
The
Finally,
weirdest things keep happening. Like my phone is over the other side of the room on Do Not Disturb,
right.
and all of a sudden it just started playing
Disturbing.
your voice.
I
Like
mean,
it's not even on YouTube. My iPad's on YouTube.
right?
That's just over there, and all of a sudden I started hearing your voice, and I thought, "Oh, Chris has got a device on." And then you went, "Sounds like it's coming your end." I've gone to the
Yeah.
other side of the room. My phone is on charge on Do Not Disturb, and your voice was coming out the phone. So I just
It,
turned the volume down on it.
you must have been like, so do you pay for YouTube Premium?
Yeah,
So your YouTube will play even when you're not on the app. So see if you've started, like if you've clicked on to our live to make sure that it's there or to get the link or something like that, then it will be sitting there. And
but we've been on for like 10 minutes. It just started, didn't it?
I don't know. Or maybe you've just got devices in your house just set to start randomly speaking my voice. I wouldn't be surprised, Simon. I don't blame you.
It's just the weirdest things sometimes. Anyway, have you got a Christmas drink?
I do. I've
Christmas
actually
drink.
got. I've got two drinks. So I've got a little alcoholic beverage. I
Little.
thought, yeah. Well, no, actually, it's a prosecco. It's one of the kind of small bottles. I've just poured the whole thing in. So we'll see if I can still speak properly by the time this is finished. And then I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you.
Excuse me. And then I've also got coffee.
Oh, we're twin souls. So I've got coffee with Baileys in it. So
Oh,
A Baileys coffee.
very nice.
But then I've also got a single malt
Oh, you
that I
whiskey.
got as a Christmas gift, and I've put a whiskey rock inside it,
Right.
which is soapstone, because I don't like ice cubes to water on a single malt. It's just terrible to do that. So I got a whiskey rock and pop that inside it. So I've also got a little dram of single malt to have.
Nice. Oh, that sounds lovely. Giselle says, "What is wrong with you, Chris? Get the wine out." Do you know, I was drinking wine on Christmas Day and I woke up through the night, like that night, with really bad acid reflux. I think it's the wine that does it to me. So I've actually decided that I'm not drinking wine anymore. And I know that I say that and I'm now drinking Prosecco, which is essentially fizzy wine. But we'll see. I'm only having one glass and hopefully it won't have the same effect.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't necessarily going to have a drink because I've just been out. I've just got back actually, and met a friend in a pub in town, and just had a couple of drinks to catch up. Because I've not caught up with him since before I even went to New York. So first opportunity to have a bit of a Christmas drink. Becca's here. Hi, Becca. Hello to
Okay.
everybody else that's come in. I see Thace is here as well, and Marita, and I've seen a few people come in. So hello to everybody since we did the hellos. So yeah, Unboxing Day bash. How many years? Well, we used to meet on Boxing Day, didn't we? And do our Boxing Day
We
bash.
say that, I think it was like 1 year we did
Was it?
Boxing Day, and then ever since after that, I think it became the Unboxing Day bash, did it not?
Did it? I thought we'd done a few,
Did
but
you're probably right, Simon. Your memory's better than mine, but
it's
um,
only this year and last that I started going to my sister's.
right, okay,
So, but who knows? I could be wrong. But I know last year we did an unboxing day. But
yeah.
it was a good play on words on tick. We also do unboxing, but
Well, yeah, exactly. That's that. So I think this might be our fifth. I think we started doing this in 2020 because that was when I started my channel.
was it?
So I think this is the fifth. So 5 years running. That's not a bad wee run.
Yeah, yeah, that is good. So, we usually show decks, but and I've got decks to show, but I also got a few other little cool bits as well, that are kind of tarot related or divinatory related, um, that I was also going to show, and you're the same, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. I've got. I was trying. I could see my incense, like it was getting the big butt on it, and I was like, "That's going to fall on the table." So I was like, trying to ever so carefully pick it up and like flick it into the actual incense catcher, and did I not just miss the fucking incense catcher and get it on the table anyway? Anyway, yes, I do. I've got some. I don't even really call it all divination related, but I've got some cool shit to show off.
Have you? And how
Yeah,
many decks? Just so we can work it out, how many decks are
I've
you wanting
I've
to show?
got 3 decks that I'll show. I actually got five, but two of them are doublers. Two of them I've already got, and I'll probably at some point do like a giveaway or something. Um, but I've got three that I'll show. That are kind of new. One of them's not really, but you know what I mean when you see it. Hi, Moran.
I've just seen as well a little update. Bobby is good. He's loving hospital, being in hospital with his ex-Prezes. Can't wait to get him home next week. Now he's recovered from COVID. Oh, it was COVID. I thought it was pneumonia.
Oh, it's
Um,
cool.
yeah, so didn't make it home for Christmas, but they sounds like they've spoiled him. But that'll be cool. He's been in there a long time, so
Yeah.
it'll be good for him to get home. And also, Cheryl asked permission today, to put a post up in the Hermit's Cave that she's got a sale on, lots of items at 50% off.
Ooh.
So, grab yourself if you got some money for Christmas. Grab yourself a bargain, at Oneness Emporium. They thought it was pneumonia. Turns out it was COVID. Right. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. I
Um,
suppose COVID is easier to recover on. Doesn't necessarily leave scarring like pneumonia can do.
mm.
So, what do you want to show then, Chris?
So first thing I'll show. I'll just go on. What are we doing first? Are we going to do card decks first, or are we going to do other?
Let's do other stuff first and finish with
Other
cards.
right. Okay. So um, let me just. I think it might be easier to show you this. Oh, that looks weird because it's not picking me up very well. But
Oh
so
wow,
it's a kind of a dragon statue thing. This is what it looks when I lay it on the table. Um, hang on, let me zoom out a wee bit. There we go. Yeah, so that's him there. He's got these red ruby eyes,
that's cool.
ruby red, and he's kind of a black obsidian, this kind of greyish colour. Um, but yeah, I got this from, so I suppose shout out to the Heebie Jeebie shop. So if you check them out on Facebook, they go live, I think it's every Monday, and they kind of sell their stuff live on Facebook. Like really, really, there's loads of crystals that they sell, but they sell things like this, and they sell some tarot decks as well. So I got this during one of their live sales.
That
So that,
looks it looks like a bronzy gold color. What color did you say it was?
it's a kind of a grey colour.
Wow,
Yeah.
that looks totally bronze on camera.
All right. It must just be the way that the light's picking it up. It's a
Yeah,
kind of a greyish, silvery colour, but he's a beauty.
yeah, he is.
So yeah, that's the first thing. You want me to keep going, or are you going to show something?
I can show something. So I
I
got well, it was handmade gift, and it's the Hermit's Cave, and it's a massive junk journal. That's I'm trying to show it where everybody can see it. That's been handmade, but there is a full oracle deck in every section. So you lift it up, and so obviously you can take the cards out and put your own stuff in there. But I've had a junk journal in the past that Kelly Bear made for me,
uh-huh.
but never had one that was so thick with stuff in it. Um, but I loved it, and I love handmade gifts anyway. But when they said that there's also and they've got little
Oh, nice.
when they said that there was a whole deck of cards in it, I just thought, well, that's even more cool. But yeah, so I just thought I'm going to use that this year. I'm not quite sure what the project will be, but everything that's stuck in is really, and I love the feel of the paper. Really nice parchment paper.
It sounds really nice. You know that way sometimes, like
Yeah,
the tarot decks where you're like, oh, that sounds like lovely cardstock. That sounds like really nice parchment paper.
yeah. So yeah, really cool. And I love all the different little pockets and things in there. So
Yeah, it
yeah.
would be really cool for like bibliomancy. That you probably already said that. Sorry, but
Well, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use it for yet. I am going to take all the oracle cards out, because I'll put my own things in. But like I've just been to New York and I've saved things like ticket stubs
uh
for like the Empire State Building, or when we went to see Wicked, I've got bits from there. So
yeah,
it'd be cool to kind of keep them in things like that rather than just throw them in a drawer or something. So
yeah, definitely. That sounds
uh,
lovely. The next thing that I'll show, I'm just going to do a table on its own because that was annoying. Um, is actually this ring. Now, this only came today, but this was a Christmas present. So this is like a snake that I get. It seemed red ruby eyes seem to be the theme, but
wow,
um, but yeah. So that's kind of a silver with a red, kind of a jeweled eyes, and it obviously kind of a wrapped round like that. So I love that. It feels really nice. Like usually I take a while to get used to wearing a ring, but this actually feels really nice on. So it does.
that is gorgeous.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I love the red eye theme.
Yeah.
What else that's kind of tarot themed? So I got Jen and Al got me a tarot journal. This matches, the pencil cases and things that I've already got. So you
Oh,
can get
nice. Yeah.
and I've also got the tote bag version in it, and also the desktop calendar has the
Oh, lovely.
same style of cards and everything. So
That's really
got,
cool.
got that, and then Shane, Jen's son, made a card holder, which I just think is
Oh,
so talented, isn't he? He's got it signed on the underneath, but yeah, to stand cards in
that's beautiful.
on my desk. That was nice.
Really nice. In that same vein, actually, I got a. I don't even know if you would call this tarot themed, but I got that. Sandy got me this. So kind of a 2025 diary planner. Um, I've been going through it and just kind of so it comes with these stickers, so you can add things like birthdays and that type of thing. it came with 10 payday stickers. Now tell me, who has 10 paydays in a year?
Exactly.
Is somebody messing with me? Like, why would you not either have like 12 or maybe 13? I could understand 13 because some people are 4 weekly.
Yeah,
Some people are even weekly paid, but who has 10 paydays in a year? What's that about? But anyway,
that's just to
um,
mess with your head.
yep. So, but yeah, it comes with like a lovely pen, and it's like a nice page a day because I like a page a day diary. Um, yeah. So that was my next thing, which I'm veering off here. It's not really tarot related, but I'm still it's and that's it. I'll have a good bit of stationery.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I've got here that's not tarot related is I got Wicked, the book.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and it's the special edition one.
Right.
Because it's really annoying. Since the film's come out, they re-released the book, and it's got Ariana, what's her name? Ariana Grande.
Brandy.
Um, and yes, I've got the special edition book, which it's rose petal, and it just feels nice.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
apparently, it's quite an easy read because I was worried. You know what I'm like with books. But yeah, I got that. So I'm really because I went to see the film, loved the film. Have you seen the film?
Yeah, no, I've not. No,
Uh,
I'm kind of a. I don't know how I feel about the fact that they've cut it into two films. I don't think they really needed to do that, and I don't know.
well, yeah, but I think see then I went to see it on Broadway last week, and I get why they've done it because it is like two really is like two halves. And the
Mm.
way the stage you see the only thing about the state the Broadway thing is the ending of the first half is really dramatic with defying gravity and she's up in the air and there's this great big high note that she belts out and then it just goes black and the curtain closes. So the ending of the ending, the second half, just doesn't have the same gravitas. Um, and when you come back for the second half, it's 5 years later. So it's almost like watching two plays anyway. So the film makes perfect sense now because when we go back and see part two next year, it's 5 years on.
Yeah, I guess. I see. I actually quite liked the ending because it married up nicely with the Wizard of Oz. Do you know what I mean? Like it kind of brings
Well, it,
everything
it
together.
intersects, doesn't it, with Wizard
Yeah,
of Oz, the second part. But
yeah.
again, that's why it feels like a bit of a separate film. The first act is the backstory, isn't it?
I guess. I guess. Maybe it was reasonable, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel as though they do these things to spend more money out of them, and it kind of irritates me. But I'll probably see it at some point because I've seen it. I've seen it on stage, and I love it.
Yeah. I'm
Probably
obsessed with it now, as you can probably tell. That I'm
no,
just
I didn't. I didn't get the impression at all.
totally obsessing and watching everything to do about it on YouTube and making of and yeah, just loving it.
Yeah, oh, that's good. Um, right, I have got two more things that aren't cards, and then I've got
Same.
three decks of cards. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
So I'll probably just hold this up actually and show you because it's quite big. But it's a candle holder, but it's like a cobra candlestick
Oh,
holder.
nice, nice, nice.
So this was a total surprise. I didn't like ask for this or expect this or anything. But Sandy saw it on Etsy, and he knew I would love it.
Has it got red eyes?
Well, I was just it's definitely got like jeweled eyes, but I can't see right now in the light if they're red. I think they're just black. But it's got a red candle coming out its head.
Yeah,
But yeah, I was really pleased with that.
that's cool. Uh, what? Yeah. So I bet you've got this.
Sorry.
I bet you've got this.
I actually have got the audiobook. I don't have the book.
Oh, haven't you?
You can reading it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a nice gift, and I like it, but I'm not quite sure what it adds because I know it kind of dissects the card and gives you, um, which I like. You know, when it points at certain symbols in the card, and tells you about it. But then for the card itself, you've got the light seer, the shadow seer, so kind of upright and reversed,
Mm.
star story. So I like that because it's a continuation into it for each card. So like here on the star, after living through the chaos of the tower, the star emerges from the ashes, etc. The
Yeah.
star's message, and then you can get questions for the seer, and then a spread about that card. How does that work on audiobook for things like spreads, and does it just
Uh,
describe it like card one would be?
so I've not listened to it all the way through. Is the spreads at the front or the back?
It's for each card, isn't it?
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I think she just describes it. Try to think
Right.
now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she just describes it.
The paper's nice as well. It's glossy and colourful.
Yeah,
It's
oh, that's
quite
good.
nice, but
I suppose it'd be quite good. So if the indie version of the deck comes with like a nice, like big chunky book, whereas the mass market just has the kind of a smaller version. So a lot of that is cut out. So for someone who hasn't got that indie book, um, that would be quite nice. I suppose there's the website. The website's amazing. So it is. Um, like Chris Ann's website for the Lightseers has all of the information. There was loads of stuff that I picked up from the website before I got the indie version. Uh, but the book would be quite nice for people that don't have that indie book, I think.
don't understand the hype of Lightseers. I think you either do or you don't. It does seem to be one that people either really, really love or they don't. I keep
Mm.
looking for that on Amazon. Um, yeah, so that's a really, really nice book.
Yep, it's lovely. Um, so this, I think this is my last thing that's not a card deck, but this is divination related at least. Look at this bad boy.
Oh, is that a crystal ball?
Yeah,
Let me zoom in.
it's huge. The stand is actually beautiful.
Oh, I like that stand.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
I
yeah,
need a better stand for mine. Mine's a bit rubbish.
all right. Oh no, no, I've got fingerprints all over it. Although we've seen much in that, Emma. um, but yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's really nice, and like, don't get me, I'm not really much of a scryer or a crystal gazer or anything, but I don't know. I like to kind of zone out, like space out, and just stare into space generally. So it's actually quite nice to do it with something that you're supposed to do that with, if that makes any sense.
It does.
So I'm enjoying it very much.
Mine's sitting on a cushion at the moment, but I do need to get a better stand. That one looks really, really nice. Um,
Nice. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. That was from the Heebie Jeebie shop as well.
oh, was it?
Yeah, so check them out on Facebook because they are their stuff's lovely. So it is. And she goes live for about 4 hours and she just kind of goes around all her stuff. And it's like these lives, do you know what I mean? You can interact with her and say hi. Her name's Lainey. She's lovely. And
Oh,
she's from here in I don't know if she's Glasgow, but she's near Glasgow.
I got it is divination, but it's not cards. But I got tabula mortem. Have you
Right.
seen this?
No.
So it's like a bit like a scrying board come Ouija board. So it's a modern, but it's quite small. It's a modern spirit board, but it's got like the planchet is on a chain, so it kind of you hold it above like dowsing,
Okay.
and And it says Clue is a 16-inch by 16-inch board. Oh, it must fold out then. Planchette, pendulum, 12-inch chain, and guidebook. The 84-page Tabula Mortem guidebook explores the history and mystique of talking boards. It's by US Games.
Oh, nice.
I just realised, I didn't notice that. When I opened it, I was like, oh, this is cool. So yeah, I'll have to have a play around with that. So I got that for one of my nieces.
Yeah,
My sister. Sorry, not my niece.
that's cool. Are you going to do like a wee walkthrough of that and show us it?
If people want to see that, I don't know how long it would take to show. It wouldn't take long, I don't think. But
Yeah,
and I
but,
need to make sure I've got the space because I think it'll be 4 times this, won't it? I think it'll fold out like that, 16 inches.
right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
But I could.
It's quite a unique thing.
Oh,
I mean, so it'd
Raven
be cool
Morning.
to see it.
Oh my goodness, my friends actually made that. Oh really? I was trying to look to see if there's a name on it, but there isn't. I can hear the chain moving around inside. Yeah. US Games need to credit the artist or creator then.
I've learned that some creators actually like to remain anonymous. So
Really?
yeah, because who was it that it was? Is it called Wild Reflections, Taro? Yeah, that. Because remember, everyone was kind of
Yeah.
struggling to find out, like, understand exactly who made this, and
You
um,
got it.
yeah, I've had it for a good while.
I didn't think you wanted to get it. Did you?
It still doesn't hold a candle to light seers, but I do quite like it. It's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think a lot of people were concerned that it was AI. So they were kind of researching and trying to find out, like, who is the actual artist? Is this a real person? You know, all that kind of thing. And
Yeah.
I think Spell get back to them and say, look, it is an actual artist. They're based in wherever they're based in, but they just want to remain. They don't really want to. I'm saying all this, and they're probably fucking named on it or something daft like that. But I'm sure. I'm sure. So if it wasn't Wild Reflections, it was something else. But yeah, so I think some creators genuinely don't want to be named on the product, which I mean is fair enough if that's what they want.
Well, we're naming them here. Jerome Van Dyke and Mark Mullins are the creators.
There we go. Oh, is that so? That's the thing you've got, right?
Yeah, the Tabula Mortem. If just as a random question, if Lightseers didn't exist, do you think you'd like it more?
I mean, I appreciate it for what it is. I don't dislike it at all. I actually think it's a really beautiful deck. I don't know if I would like it more if Lightseers didn't exist. I've taken it and I've used it when I'm reading for people in person. Do you know what I mean? I've got nothing against the deck. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would use it more because there would be more of a, oh wow, this has never been done before. But I suppose there's a wee bit of me that's like, well, this is just like the Lightseers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So actually, probably, yeah, would be the answer to your question. That I just apparently had to talk round and for 5 minutes before I got there.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Okay, so are we up to the decks now?
We are. So it's me next, yeah.
Yeah. How many have you got?
I've got 3 decks to show. 2 of them I won't really take much time to go through. This being one of them. The Crystal Power Tarot.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Do you have this? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
You know me, you know I'm not a cardstock snob, but if you are in any way, shape, hang on, let me get rid of myself because this is just irritating. If you're in any way, shape, or form a cardstock snob, if you get annoyed by thin, shitey cardstock, then I would say this is going to annoy you because this is like thinner than US game. No, sorry, thinner than the old Llewellyn cardstock. You know, this is like proper, like thin cardstock. As you can see, it's very much a pit deck. It does have, so if you're a crystal person, it has a crystal associated with, well, it's each of the suits. So all of the wands cards or all of the pip wands seem to be associated with garnet. So it's not like each individual card has its own crystal,
Yeah.
which I don't really, I don't know crystals enough to know how I feel about that, but I can't help but feel it's maybe just a tad lazy. Maybe not. As you can see, each card has a wee sentence as well. So for the Nine of Wands there, it says, "I am strong for as long as I need to be strong." The the actual illustrated cards, the illustrations are nice. These are the backs. So yeah, it's nice enough. I'm sure it does something that it fills some sort of space in the market.
Was it on a list of yours, or did someone just take a punt and get it?
Sandy just saw it and decided to get it. I don't think it wasn't. I've never put this on a wish list or anything. So sometimes he'll just see a deck and pick it up for me if he thinks I'll like it.
Yeah. Cool. So the next one, it's a deck, but it's kind of in two parts. So this is from Cheryl. So Cheryl bought me, these books that came out. There's one on the tarot. There's one on witchcraft. The Taschen
Yeah.
books.
I think I got you years and years, about 5 years ago, Simon, for your birthday. I think I got you the symbols one, if I remember rightly.
The symbols one.
Yeah.
Of this Taschen.
Yeah.
I've not got a symbols one.
You do. I'm pretty sure you do because I got it and I got it for you and then I got it from.
I've got the symbols one from you down under my coffee table, but is it in this Taschen range here?
It's. I mean, maybe it's not that exact range, but it's Taschen and it's that size and that style of book.
Okay, I'll have a look after. I've got the witchcraft and the tarot, and I wasn't even aware of this, but it's sacred sites, which is part of their Encyclopedia Esoterica, and it's just I've only just opened it, as you can see. But what she got with it was the Sacred Sites Oracle deck by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Micklejohn Free. I've got a few of their decks. Now, this is a new release because it's gone. It used to be.
I'll listen.
It used to be in a bigger box with a big book and all that. So this is like a new release, more compact size. So I'll just show a few of these. And this is by, is it Wiser? Wiser Books? Yeah. Oh no, Watkins. Not sure if it was originally by Watkins or whether it was like Blue Angel or something in the bigger box. And they've got a different style to them now. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So we've got like Stonehenge and different. We've got Glastonbury. The different sacred places from around, even like the Vatican.
Lovely. Giselle says Keith has the sacred sites.
Does he? Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, the artwork is Petra. The artwork is really beautiful in it. Mount Die.
What is it that what else has Petra done? I'm sure I've heard that name before.
It's where it's the whole city is carved out of the rocks.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
Varanasi. beautiful image.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so really, really nice. So I'm really glad to have this, and then having the book as well. So
Amazing.
thank you, Cheryl.
Trisha says, I'm definitely going to need both of these.
Who said that?
Trisha Wartooth.
Oh yeah,
So, see, for anyone who's wondering, this is the book that I'm talking about. This one. It's definitely Taschen. Somebody says, not sure if it's Taschen. So, this is the one I mean. The book is Sunday.
yes, yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant part of the esoteric encyclopedia.
Right, okay, sorry. So, it's quite good. It's got it's quite a meaty book.
Yeah.
It's got the wee sections. Okay. My next thing that I'll show is the mass market of This Might Hurt. This actually came from Cheryl, so it did. I got one of my family members. We do Secret Santas, and this was one of the things I put on my Secret Santa list. Um, so yeah, I've got I don't have the indie version. I've got the mass market French version. But something that I was noticing, so when I'm reading for people, I'll take a selection of decks, not loads, just like maybe 3 or 4, and I'll say, right, have a look at the artwork, see what one speaks to you, like what do you like best. And I was finding that no one was picking This Might Hurt or other decks that have French titles,
All right.
because they don't understand the titles. So I was like, right, okay, well, I probably should get a version that's got English titles then. I love French titles on decks, but yeah, that was obviously something that I hadn't really thought about. So I'm surprised at how glossy it is. I expected it to be a bit more matte,
Oh,
um,
you do.
but it's a beautiful deck. One that I've worked with lots before. But so yeah, I got myself the English mass market version of This Might Hurt.
Cool. Have you worked with it yet?
Yeah, yeah. As you can see, it's all shuffled up.
You like it? Think it
Yeah.
reads well?
What's that? Sorry.
You think it reads well?
I do. Yeah, I think it does. I think it reads nicely. Um, I I like that it's so it does this nicely. Which is good. Which is something that I like in a card deck. I like it to spread out, like be nice and glidey. But yeah, sorry. In terms of how it reads, I think it reads really well. Do you not read that
Yeah,
well?
I've got like three copies now because I've got the when it first came out indie, I bought it and I loved it. I bought that in 2019, and it
Right.
was the black edged, metallic black edged, and then they brought out they called it the what did they call it? Not white, pearlescent, and
All right.
basically it's silver, but it's got that pearlescent effect to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Got the mass market version sent by Cheryl. Um, so my next deck I've already showed, so I won't go through it, but it's the Beetlejuice tarot, which was also from my sister. But I'd already got the copy that Cheryl sent for review. But obviously my sister didn't know that.
Yeah.
But there's somebody at work who is obsessed with Beetlejuice. Got Beetlejuice handbag, everything to do with Beetlejuice notebook. She writes in at work. So
Yeah.
I'm going to gift her the copy that Cheryl sent and keep my sister's copy
Amazing.
because she'll love that. So yeah, so I got the Beetlejuice. I got the black edge one. I prefer it to the mass market. Yeah, it is nicer.
Is the indie version more matte?
Yeah,
I thought so.
yeah. Let me see if I can grab it to hand. It was up here. just don't want to take too long trying to find it. If
Don't worry, I'll look at some comments while you're searching.
knocked everything.
Moran says this one has been on my wish list since it came out, and I still haven't purchased it. Maybe it's not meant for me. That was 3 minutes ago, so would that have been about This Might Hurt Moran?
Yes, I think it was. So this is the indie version,
Nice.
and this is the pearlescent one.
Yeah, very nice.
But as you can see, it's really matte.
It's lovely.
Yeah. But I think they did a good job. I love the King of Cups.
Yeah, he's cool.
And
I really do. I do really like the quartz and all of the cards in the deck. I think they've made a real conscious effort to include people, which I think is, I don't know. I like it. I like it when creators do that. I feel like it's I don't know, because everyone has some kind of a sense of what it's like to not feel included, whether it's on a big scale or a small scale. So I grew up gay, going to a Catholic school, and there was no other gay people. So that for me, that's my experience of like feeling like an outsider or feeling like I'm not included somewhere. So because of that, I can really value someone who goes out their way to want people to feel included. I know people sometimes talk about like it feels really surface level. It feels like they're just doing it for the sake of it. I'll be honest, it's very, very rare where I can look at something and say, oh yeah, this is surface level. Do you know what I mean? Because how do I know that it's surface level? How do I know that person hasn't made a genuine effort? Do you know what I mean? Like they weren't just coming at it from a good place. So I do try and appreciate it when they do that, and I think that deck does it really well.
Yeah, good. And I'm sure you wasn't the only gay person in your Catholic school.
Probably not, but there was no one else.
How many were there? How many kids?
Oh, I know you're asking. So there was 30 in my class, and there was 5 classes in my year. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So say about 150 per year, and there's 6 years. So 150 times 6.
God, so 150
900. So nearly 900 people. Is that?
Yeah. So that means at least 90 people were gay. There were 90 of you, Chris.
Statistically speaking, I suppose.
Okay. So have you just showed or have I?
I showed This Might Hurt. Well, I've only got one thing left to show. How many?
I've got 4. Okay, so I got this Oracle deck from Sandra. I'd not heard of this. The quality of it is luxurious. It's the Well Maidens of the Summerlands. And it's by Barleymans Morris, illustrated by Yori Leach. But it's to do with Knights of the Round Table, Arthurian Mystery, Glastonbury Zodiac Stargate, which I need to look up. But it's got references to kind of Avalon and Glastonbury and Arthurian legend. And the quality of the cards are really, really nice. Let me just I put the band back on it, paper band to keep them together while I was traveling. So it comes with a little book, and then it's gold edged, but the backs also have a metallic gold. So it's not just painted gold; they're actually metallic on the back as well, like it is on the sides. And then each card as well, the artwork is really beautiful as a metallic gold border and gold writing.
Nice.
And then it's colour themed into different suits around the edges, linked to like the association, elemental associations. But artwork is absolutely gorgeous in it.
Yeah, it looks really like rich, really luxurious.
Yeah,
So,
it's that lovely
oh
matte
yeah,
as
oh
well.
yeah,
But
no,
the
that sounds well.
quality of it, that sound is just everything, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds like one of Ross Salerno's decks.
Guinevere. There's Guinevere again. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, this one's beautiful as well. But I'd not heard of this deck before, so it was a complete surprise. I think Sandra was worried that I wouldn't like it. She kept
Mm.
messaging saying, "If you don't like that deck, just let me know." I was like, "It's gorgeous." But
Uh,
Morgan as
well,
well.
look at that.
Yeah, and
Can
then
you say the name of the deck again, Simon? Trio of Witches has missed it.
yeah, it's the Well Maidens of the Summerlands.
You better write that down, Trio of Witches, because we're going to forget that within 30 seconds.
The Well Maidens of the Summerlands. Let me show you the box so you know what you're looking for. So thank you, Sandra. That was a lovely gift.
Cool. So this is, I've only got one left. Have you seen this Tarot for You and Me?
That
The
sounds familiar. I think I have. Yes.
A queer deck and guidebook.
Let me add you big.
This is actually quite cool. Maybe this has been about everywhere and I just missed it, but Sandy found this. The guidebook is like really fucking good. It's chunky, it's massive. Like, look, you're getting like, what was that, 3 pages for the Nine of Lanterns? Yeah.
Wow.
Like, that's an amazing. Look at the size of that guy. I don't think I've ever seen like a mass market deck of this size with such a big guidebook and so much information on each of the cards. The cards are just kind of they seem like they're just standard tarot size. Kind of a matte cardstock. These are the backs. And the so this is the magician, but it's like, rather than bruja, which is witch, it's it's got X, which is the kind of a Latin way of taking the gender out, and the high priestess does the same thing.
Yeah.
We've got the house mother instead of the empress, and the house father instead of the emperor, the grand dame. So sorry, I won't show each and every single one, obviously, but yeah, it's pretty nice, and I was quite surprised that I hadn't seen it before. I don't know how I feel about Judgment, because that's like, that she's obviously been judged by these two people, which to me isn't really how I tend to read the Judgment card. But the suits are lanterns for wands, chalices for cups, plants, I think, are pentacles, and then flags as swords. And then you've got child, sibling, queen, and elder for courts.
Very
So
good.
yeah, pretty decent. Looking
And
forward
its
to
art
it.
style reminds me a little bit of the Queer Tarot.
Yeah, it does.
So people are asking about that deck. So it's on the Chalice Well online shop, but it's a limited edition. Yeah, cool. Okay, so I got two of these.
both for Christmas.
Yeah, yeah. My niece and my friend uh, both bought it. I think what happens is because I've got I don't like I won't use Amazon for decks and things. I think that now you just don't know what you're getting or the quality of it. Um, but I'll still use it for like wish lists. Um, and my sister and my nieces asked me in the past for my wish list, but every year they'd ask, like, "Can you send me a wish list? Can you send me a wish list?" This year they didn't. So a friend of mine says, "Oh, what would you like for Christmas?" So I sent a picture of
I
this
see.
and said, "Could you get me this?" Turns out that my niece had kept my wish list from like a couple of years ago, so I ended up with it twice. But it's fine. But I wanted this one because I really like the artwork for some reason. And Dustin showed this on his channel, and it's re-released. It was called something different first, but it's the Mystical Healing Oracle, and it's really nice. It's by Rockpool, and Rockpool have really been knocking it out the park at the minute. And the matte cardstock. I love the blue gold, the blue metallic edges.
All
Um,
those backs are beautiful.
yeah, yeah, they really are. The whole deck. I mean, it's won't be everybody's cup of tea, but I just think the artwork is very classic. I mean, look at that. I really like it. Um, try and show a few cool ones. And I think it'll go well with a lot of my medieval type um, decks as well. It also gives me that sort of classical vibes. Cardstock is gorgeous. Let's not show nakedness. Recognize divine timing. Love this image. Just peeping around the
Oh,
door.
that's nice.
Relinquish control. So it's just a really nice deck. I thought it was a little bit different to what I've got when it comes to Oracle decks.
Yeah. Um, Hi to there's a couple of people that have popped in just since we've been chatting in the last couple of minutes. So Amanda G
Hello, Amanda.
and Kristen.
Kristen
Hi,
Louise.
Kristen. Yeah.
Hi, Kristen.
Who else? There was some Tamaya Spirit.
Oh, Tamaya. Hi. Yeah, so there was that one. Did you say you got one more?
No, that's me.
Okay. Um, when I said I didn't get tarot decks, these have come in the last 24 hours. So I met up with a friend yesterday, and I'm really glad because this could have been a double purchase. When I was in New York, I saw this deck, and I didn't buy any decks in New York. So I went with a kind of, I'm not going to go crazy, but I was looking for Lisa Hunt's Fairy Tale Tarot, and I couldn't get it anywhere in all the esoterical type shops we went in. But I saw this deck, which is the New York City Tarot. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
And it's even in our art gallery. So we've got an art gallery in town that sells tarot decks, tarot and oracle decks in their gift shop. And they've got quite a good selection. But anyway, I met up with this friend yesterday, and they said, "I'm just hoping you haven't got this. 'Cause I know what you're like with all your decks." And when I
Right.
opened it, I was
I
like,
said, I
"Oh
don't
my
know
god,
what you mean.
yeah!" I was like, "Oh my god, I almost bought it," and I changed my mind because it is a little bit pippish, and I wasn't sure if I'd get on with the artwork. Well, I don't have to worry now because it's a gift. Do you know what I mean? So, but I thought it would be really cool as well, and the reason why they bought it me obviously was because it's where I've just been, and they said, "Oh, I thought it might be a nice little reminder." Um, so for some reason, it starts at the back, but I love the backs with the brick wall um, design. Yeah, I'm not quite sure um, why the fall's at the back, but it starts off with the plane journey, arriving in New York, um, the yellow taxi. It's very New York City based. The Empress doing grocery shopping. The Emperor is the Empire State Building. And it has kind of like Simpsons artwork vibe. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it was actually.
And it reminds me a bit of the Philly tarot that Justin Michael sent. Um, and looking at it, it's like the vendor to get your hot dogs went to one of them. The hermit in the apartment block. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Uh, Statue of Liberty for justice. Cable car for the hanged one. The sewer for death. There's lots of that, and you know the scene that you see in TVs where, all the steam comes out in the roads. The devil is Times Square. I just think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So anyway, so that was that one, and then the last one is, we'll just say it was a Christmas present to myself, um, and leave it there. So, one of my favourite decks, that's a bit of a spoiler for what's coming up tomorrow for the top 10 decks. One of my favourite decks is the Terra Volatile. Absolutely love this. But I got this in a trade and couldn't get the expansion pack because it just was never available. But the artwork is just phenomenal in this deck. Did you ever get this?
Nope. No, I didn't.
Highly recommend it. It's just, and it's beautiful. It's linen. It's really, really nice. So, Christmas present to myself was this bad boy, um, which is the Terra Volatile Collector's Edition.
Right.
I'd already got anyway the big book that comes with it, which has all the expansions in it. Um,
Right. Yeah.
so I've had that ever since I had the deck. But this, I put a picture last night in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group. I don't even know how I'm going to get it out to show you. I'll have to do it like that. Is Mahusive. So that is the deck compared with the original. But and
Cheeto.
there's no way you can shuffle it. Do you know what I mean? It's just, but it's the quality. They're really thick, as you can see, really thick cards. It's still linen and it's lovely and smooth, but you can really see the detail in the artwork now. And there's like two cards for every, so I will go through and sort out which I'm keeping. I might even do a separate video on that, as in which one's going to go. Which one's going to go which? So there's the two magicians, etc. The two high priestesses. So you get to choose, so it'll become half that size, basically.
Yeah, but still, even
It's,
still, even at half that size, that's still a massive deck.
look at the hermit,
Oh, that's nice.
and it's just, or you've got that hermit, or you've got that hermit.
Oh, I prefer the first one.
Yeah, it's more in keeping, isn't it? But yeah, it's just incredible. And then what I like about this as well is the death cards. When we get to it, well, there's a few death cards actually. There's that one which I really like for the death card, or that one.
Oh, they're both quite similar. Show them together. Can I see them next to each other, Simon?
Yeah, trying to get it where there's no light shining on it.
I actually think I prefer the. I think
Like
you've
the
got it
back.
in your right hand. The other one, that one. I think I prefer that one. I like the
Yeah.
background in it.
But they also, and it's card 13. I kind of wish, but they've also got this one, which is Rebirth in the book.
Oh,
And I
okay.
really like this. I think it's such an amazing image. So, as a as a way to get the expansion pack, where's 12? I'm getting in a mess again. Where is 12? No, this is
Hi,
what
Miss D, by the way.
is what
I'm saying hi to Miss D. Just while you're sorting yourself out over there, I was saying hi.
10. It's just there's so many. Some have like 2 or 3 cards for every single one. But yeah, so that was my my Christmas present to myself. Never known a deck ever this big.
Yeah, that's
About
about.
150 cards, all in all.
You would just need to get a big, massive box and like put them in and shake it. Like that's the only efficient way to shuffle that thing. Um, although I kind of like see see when I'm reading for people and like I hand them just like a standard tarot size deck, they look at it and they're like, "Oh my god, am I supposed to shuffle that?" Like, and they're
They're used to
like,
playing cards, I suppose.
"Yeah, exactly." So they're like, when they get a tarot deck, it's like they're acting like you've handed them something that's this size. Um, so I'd love to like take that and like just for shits and giggles, like hand that to someone, and say, "Right, there you go, shuffle that for me,"
It's
and see
like
what happens.
what's his name, Paul Hogan in Crocodile Dundee. You think that's big? Yeah. So
You said that as soon as I took a big gulp of coffee.
this
Hi,
whiskey is
Robin.
going down nicely.
Yeah, I've finished my prosecco and I'm now on to my coffee.
Any comments I'm missing?
Uh, the chat's been scrolling along nicely.
I pre-ordered the Terra Volatile in May as a birthday present for myself. It came a week ago, and I'm so amazed with it. Is that the collector's edition that you're talking about? Nothing so strange. How are you going to shuffle it, Simon? Well, I think once I've got it down to the 78, well, there'll be 79 because I want to keep Rebirth in there. But once I've got it down to the 79 cards, then I'll get a big bag for it, and then I should be able to shuffle it that way, shouldn't I?
Yeah, like overhand, like just
Move them around a big table. Yeah, but I feel like I'm missing comments.
really.
Yeah, sure. I saw something earlier, and I thought I'll come back. I'll come back to that. But if anybody asked me anything earlier, and you want to ask again, now's your chance, and I'll before we end, and I'll look out for it. So, anything else that you wanted to show that you got?
I get. Have you seen the cult cuties? Like
Say again.
the cult cuties. It's
Cool.
like we. So I'll just go get them and show you. Right, give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Oh, is Sandra gone? I can see somebody saying night night to Sandra, just in case I don't see you before and a great new year. Cheryl says I only got one deck this year. It was the Primark Tarot deck. Is it actually called Primark Tarot? That would be so funny. Um, what? Oh
What?
my god!
Are you kidding me? There's a pre-marked tarot deck, really?
Is Simon still talking about tarot, or has this become an OnlyFans site about big decks? I wonder where that was going. Then I'm like, of course, I'm still talking about tarot.
Right, these are my. Well, I think firstly, this isn't cult cuties. This is just a wee Persephone kind of a thing.
Oh, let me take that comment off, and then
Oh, sorry, Nancy, I
and
interrupted
then
you.
now trying to get you bigger. There we are.
There she is. So that's
Oh,
Persephone. So that's quite cool. I love the story of Demeter and Persephone, so it's nice to have a wee representation of her on my wee space. And then these are the cult cuties that I'm talking about. So you've got the Baphomet,
oh yes,
you've got Cerberus,
yeah.
and the Ouroboros.
Oh, cool! I didn't know there's an Ouroboros one.
Yeah, it's the snakes and the kind of a figure of eight, and it's eating its tail.
I've
So,
got that one.
oh yeah, the Baphomet. Oh, nice.
Yeah, cool, aren't they?
Yeah. So
There's,
yeah,
they do some in cats as well. Sandra's got a cat one.
yeah. I've seen that one as well. Yeah.
Um, Primark are selling tarot for real. I wonder what that's like.
I saw a tarot deck in TK Maxx. I got a tarot deck in TK Maxx. I think it was £7, and it's actually pretty decent. Like the art is interesting, so it is. But I didn't know there was a Primark tarot.
Yeah. Um,
Cool.
Simon, what's the box like for New York? It's pretty good. It's quite solid. It's a magnetic closure like that. So wrapped around and magnetic, sturdy, compact. Quite good.
Why you didn't show any of the minors, did you?
Did I not? I think it's.
I think so. Why don't you very quickly show him before he hits purchase?
I think they are quite pippy. It is bowed a bit as well. A little bit. So I might have to lay it that way and put something heavy on top. So let's have a look. Why is it going backwards? So, for instance, we're in cups. So we've got 5 of cups,
Right.
4 of cups. So it looks like they've just been left on a bus.
Oh, okay.
3 of cups, 2 of cups. So rather than it being of a kind of New York landmark, it's just. But that looks like a music hall of some sort for the Queen. And there seem to be places for. Oh, I mean, this is the walk over the Brooklyn Bridge, which is what I did on the first day, which is
Oh, nice.
an amazing experience. Page of Wands is a hot dog, because why not? Oh, yeah, this is what I was thinking of. So the wands are all kind of like fire escapes. So there's 10 fire escapes, 9 fire escapes, 6 fire escapes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it doesn't do that for, like, the cups are all on different backgrounds, but
That's so weird. Why?
I like that the ace is on the fire escape, but you're getting to see the, like, the Manhattan skyline. Do you know what I mean? I like that perspective. That's quite cool.
Why do you think that they chose to do fire escapes? Like, Is fire escapes a big thing in New York City?
You see them a lot. It's
Right.
like one of the things I said to Elle was, why? What are they? I don't know if they're water tanks, but on the top of a lot of buildings, I don't know if it will show it on any of these cards. Or there's one that's pizza slicers as well. Pentacles are pizza slicers. So you've got like, because pizza is a big New York thing.
Right.
Oh, that's inside Oculus. Oh, I love that. That's pretty cool. So the courts, I'm quite liking the courts. The pips are, what they are.
Was
What?
the swords just swords?
Oh my gosh.
What?
The pips for the swords. Hold fire, Adam, before you hit by.
Oh dear.
What the difference?
What? It looks like they all say seven and they've got a picture of a wee sword. It's like there's a seven in the middle of that.
Do you know the only thing that's changing?
What?
So a bee,
A bee?
a bird, a rat, a cockroach. That's funny.
That's.
Um,
I mean, I'm sure someone out there that will love it. But come on.
it's a fun um, it's a fun reminder. I'll just say that. But I can't see them now. But on top of lots of buildings with like these round with a pointy lid on them, do you know what I mean? Then they've got four legs. I think, and then we think the water tanks are summit, but why I'm on about that now, I don't know. Has Adam still bought it?
What are your thoughts, Adam? I think he actually commented on the swords earlier on. Not keen
Yeah.
on the swords and the where was it? It just jumped. It's jumped away, I can't see it now. But he did say he wasn't keen on the swords.
As a New Yorker, I've never liked that deck. Yes or no to pineapple on pizza? Absolutely. He's cancelling the order now. Adam's gone quiet.
It's pineapple on pizza is a no from me personally, but I'm not one of these people
Oh,
that feels strongly about it and feels like I need to take it away from everyone who loves it. Like if you like it, then you have it, just not on mine, please.
love the urban. Yeah, the urban tarot is very New York as well. I thought that. Yeah, so Adam says not keen on the swords in the New York City Tarot. That suit was a bit slim on the ground in terms of differences between the cards. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
to say the fucking least.
purchase rejected. I mean, it didn't cost me anything, so it's like, and it's a nice gift, and yeah, it's just
That
something
is,
I like.
someone's obviously saw that and thought of you, and
Yeah,
thought, oh, he's just been in New York, he'll love this, which is really, really nice.
exactly that. He's been in New York. He's into tarot. What a perfect gift, New York
Yeah.
tarot. So, and I always treasure things that are gifted to me anyway. Ham and pineapple is to die for. Yes, Raven Song. Absolutely. Hawaiian pizzas are.
Whatever tickles your pickle.
I don't like pineapples with cheese. My girlfriend is vegan, so she orders a veggie pizza without cheese and pineapple. It's quite good. I never understand why some decks do amazing majors and completely sell out on the minors. Yeah, I guess it's. I think it also depends on what kind of system of tarot that creator's been used to. Because if they've only ever kind of worked with pip decks and they're bringing out a themed deck, maybe they just see a repetition of pattern as an option. I don't know. Who knows?
I think it's start. I think it's just. I don't know. I sometimes get the impression when I'm looking at a deck like that, like it's almost as though they've kind of came into the project with a lot of gusto, and then you realise that 78 pieces of art is actually a hell of a lot of work. Um, but I mean, to me, that just make a majors only in that case. Do you know what I mean? I think that would be. I would rather a really nice majors only than like a 78 card deck when 56 of them are a bit meh. But it's just me.
I just reading Moran's comment about apple on a pizza. I tried apple, potatoes, and blue cheese on a white base, and it was delicious, but probably blasphemy for Italians.
Apple on a pizza? Oh, listen, we can't say that too loudly because my husband will want to try that if he hears of that. So we're just going to put that in a box and never speak of it again, right? No.
Shall I pull a card? Do you want to help interpret one with me?
Sure.
What I've decided to do now is to use. I'm not using these tarot tiles, so I'm going to pull each week a tarot tile, and then whatever the card or tile is, I'm then going to choose the corresponding deck I want to use and display in the Hermit's Cave, because it works quite well. Digging in and grabbing one.
Nice.
So, what do we have? Oh, actually, this works out pretty well for the time of year. The death card. When I first turned it over, I was like, "Oh, death." But we are coming to the end of a cycle, and I think it's important that. I mean, every day is a new beginning. We could say a new day, a new week, new month, not just a new year. Or we can even say a new hour. A cycle will end whenever it ends, but we automatically think as we come towards the end of a year, people do things, other people than me, because I learned not to do them, resolutions and things. But what's important about the death card, I think, as a message for us, is about not taking any negativity forward as we enter into a new cycle. Let go of anything that has done us harm in the year that we're about to exit, whether that's the fact that we think negatively about something, either about ourselves, another person, or a situation. I think whatever that does is damaging in the long term. So it's about framing our thoughts as we go into the new year, as we come to the end of this cycle and begin a new one. Remember that actually we're in control. We're in control of our destiny. Outside influences will come. But however, if we keep that sort of positivity, letting go of any sort of negative traits that we've had this year, and go and embrace the change that's naturally coming, embrace the newness of a new year with a more positive mind frame, letting go of any sort of negativity that's held us back this year.
Nice. Yeah, I concur. So death is endings. It's the full stop at the end of the sentence. And when you think about what literal death is, it's one of these things that happens that we really don't. It's one of the things that we say that we don't have any control over. Death and taxes. So there's naturally lots of things in life that we can't control that are going to happen, um, that we can't really influence and we can't change. What we can make a difference to is how we react to the things that happen to us. And you can kind of see that illustrated on the death card. It's not something that I generally tend to pay attention to very much, but especially with the Rider Waite cards, because we're that used to them, we almost like take the symbols for granted. But when you look at all of the characters on that card, it's showing like the holy man, the bishop or whoever he is. He's obviously supposed to be, this is a very Christian deck, right? So he's obviously supposed to be enlightened to a point where he's moved beyond being scared of death. You've got the child who's innocent and doesn't really know to be scared of death, and then you've got the drama queen who's like, oh my goodness, like, oh, I can't believe this is happening. Do you know what I mean? So you see all of the different types of reactions to these things that happen to us that we don't have any control over. And I think that that's an important takeaway from the death card, is to, challenge yourself on how you're reacting to these things that are happening. Um, say it's me who's sitting here, but I know I'm the biggest drama queen out there. And I am the first to be like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? Do you know what I mean? But I suppose it's about kind of learning to recognise that you're doing that and ask yourself, right, can I make this an easier transition for myself by thinking about how I am reacting to this thing that's happening to me. So this change, this ending, this transformation that's happening. How am I reacting to it? Is there a way that I can make this easy? Because it's a difficult, it's difficult going through these changes. Through my reaction, can I make this easier for myself? And can I actually look at this as an opportunity rather than, something really bad that's happening?
It's a balance, isn't it? Because change is inevitable. Change will happen anyway, with or without you. And we often say, embrace change, go with it, go with the flow. But the balance is also realizing that even though change is inevitable and it's going to happen anyway, we're still in control of our destiny. And that starts with our mental attitude towards that change. Like I've said many times, life's 10% what happens to you, 90% is how you react to it. So I think, we have to accept change. And I'm somebody that don't like, I can't stand New Year. I'm not even doing it this year. I'm not even staying up for it. My new focus is starting on Monday with one or two things. Because I don't know why. I love this time of year, Christmas and Yule and everything, but I've always detested New Year. So this year I thought, why do I do it? Why do I say, oh yeah, I'll come out, I'll come round to friends, or you come here, or I'll sit at home and I'll stay up and watch the New Year in? It's the same as every other year. And like I said earlier, change is constant anyway. It's just that we created the calendar year. The Chinese New Year is a different time of year. So it's just, for me, it's just the way we've done our calendar. But that change is happening anyway, because like I say, every day we wake up, we've got a fresh start. But I think sometimes we get swept along and we're told, right, it's the new year, you've got to set resolutions, you've got to do this, what are you going to change? And it's a good time to reflect on your life and the past year. But what the death card's telling us about is that sort of that cycle that's ending. If we carry on doing what we've always done, then we'll always get what we've always got. So it's about letting go of those negative traits. And most of the times, it's what we do to ourselves. It's the way we punish ourselves. It's the way we have the internal dialogue, the language we use with ourselves that can do the most damage. So for me, if I'm going to set any resolution or any intention for this year, it's just to kind of be more positive about things when they arise, and not, like you were saying, oh no, I can't believe this is happening, that's happening, because then we just keep going around and that cycle just keeps repeating. So we have to learn from it and go in the direction that we want to do, particularly if we're wanting something for the year ahead.
Yeah. I think as well, see, as a society, we are very in the habit of saying, oh, I don't like change. I don't deal well with change. I hate change. Which, don't get me wrong, like lots of people genuinely will react very badly to change. But I think it's almost become a bit of a mantra, like this kind of I don't know, a negative mantra. Is that a thing? Like it's this thing that we tell ourselves over and over. Like I feel as though everyone that I know, if I was to ask a room of 100 people, like, do you like change? Do you deal well with change? I think like 90 odd of them will say, oh no, I don't like change. Actually, I think if we genuinely, look at ourselves and, I don't think we give ourselves enough credit. I think there's lots of us that genuinely are quite adaptable and do deal well with change, but it's almost like we hear it that often. I don't deal well with change. I don't deal well with change, that we've just learned to tell ourselves that we don't, when I don't think we're giving ourselves enough credit.
I think sometimes as well the word change is misleading, because for me it's not necessarily change, because a change could be a change of scenery, going somewhere, or if you move into a new house, that's a huge change, but it's a positive because we're making that choice. I think it's the unexpected change, or rather than change, the unknown, because I think we're kind of programmed, aren't we, to fear the unknown, because that's the human condition: fight or flight or freeze, fight, flight or freeze. When something unknown is often seen as kind of uncertainty or a bit of a threat to the status quo. So I understand it from that point of view, but change is a natural, cycles are natural throughout every aspect. Winter, always follows autumn, etc. So changes are cyclical. Days of the weeks, hours of the day, everything is constantly in flow and flux. Are you going to be doing your top decks of the year? I'm doing it tomorrow, Trisha. Yeah, I've got my list ready. I just need to get all the decks out now and make sure they're all in order and everything. So I'll be doing that tomorrow.
We Sunday watch for us all then.
Yeah, I'll try not to make it too long either. Anything you've got coming up, Chris? We're just past the hour and a half mark. Anything you want to let people know about?
I don't think so. Kind of a part of and help to facilitate a study group for the Shining Tribe Tarot Rachel Pollock's deck. So we're meeting on Zoom tomorrow. Um, yeah, other than that, no, I don't really have anything to talk about. What about you, Simon?
Uh, so I've got a few walkthroughs to do. I've got a couple of decks still from Cheryl to show. I've got my top 10 decks of the year, which I'm looking forward to do. I'll also show the Terra Volatile and choose what cards I'm using to create my deck. We need to sort out a Throwback Thursday, because we said we was doing them again in January.
Yeah, well,
Spotlight will make.
we've
Sorry.
got it set up, haven't we? Because we had the Heimdall Tarot all set up, but we never actually did it. So we're
Yeah,
going to start with that one.
yeah. So we just need to set a date on that, and then we can do that. Spotlight will return when Cheryl's settled, with Bobby back at home, sometime in the new year. So yeah, there's a few things to look out for. What's that about your kilt? As to whatever blows up your kilt in the new year, Chris.
Oh, gosh.
Won't go there. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. It's been another good unboxing day bash.
It has. Thank you very much for having me. I've
No
thoroughly enjoyed
worries.
it.
I was going to. I won't do an outro. It'll get too messy.
Oh, do an outro. Go on.
Because you have to put the music on separate to
Oh,
well, I'll try it anyway. So if you want to say goodbye to people,
bye everyone. Take
bye.
care.